Y'all, I have absolutely loved the vibrancy of the economic development discussion in Norman today. This Sunday has been a big day about people stating their positions, talking about what they're thinking, talking about where they think the direction should be, and I think that's fantastic. I think that should always happen. I also think that we need to be careful and make sure that we are obviously progressing. If you don't believe that we've progressed, I do encourage you to read Mayor Holman's essay, I'll call it, on what has happened in Norman. I also encourage you to read the comments below because you'll understand kind of the dynamics and some of the challenges. I also encourage you to read what I wrote about development and the fact that we need to walk and chew gum at the same time and do multiple things at once, which we are doing, but I think we can continue to improve and always do better. And I think that's just something that we always need to constantly be improving and doing the next thing and doing the best thing. I don't think we should always sit back and be like, good job, way to go, and then sit on our laurels because that's how we get beat. So I think we have to always be pushing forward and doing things differently, and I'm going to be doing that this week as well. I'm going to be checking on my assessments that I have on the network that I run, talk about what I did well, what I didn't do well, what I can do better. And I think I would love that idea for every city and every space. So I would love to hear from the economic development organizations in Norman. What did you do well last year? What could you do better this year? I would love to hear that from the political class. What did you do well last year? What can you do better? I'd love to hear that from people in general. What did you do well last year and what can you do better next year? Because I think that will all bring us forward if we can honestly assess what we did well, what we didn't do well, and what we can do better going forward. So let's do that this week. Let's make sure that we get all of that wrapped around, and let's get busy because we got boots on the ground. It's gonna be a beautiful week. We got a lot happening. Things are moving. Things are shaking. Things are growing, and we don't want to miss that. If you read these essays, you can show what a beautiful city we live in and an incredible space we live in, an incredible time we live in, but we don't want to squander it. So let's go ahead and get out there. Let's get things done. And thank you all for talking and debating and disagreeing and having a conversation. Economic development is messy, but it is absolutely fantastic because it is the future of our city.